Hello and welcome. This is Gigi, and this will be a weekly tarot reading for my Sagittarius for the week starting November 14. Hi, my Sag. How are you? I want you to know that before recording your reading, I always meditate and ask Spirit for guidance. Okay, I'll be using different decks, and the information will be below the video. So thanks to all of you who've been with me for a few years, and those that are just subscribing, thank you and welcome. And now let's see what Spirit has to say for you, Sagittarius. Oh, I feel like it's like heavy. You're going through a lot of things. Oh, okay. This is gonna be for a specific group of people. Like here, there's a request that was done, okay, or there's someone that is asking for information on their lineage, on their roots. There's like a strong energy that has to do with like roots and ancestors, or paternity tests and pregnancy, even like fake pregnancy. It doesn't even have to be, it could be just rumors of pregnancy. Here it's like there's a thin line, like someone is crossing here, that has to do with their desire of having kid, or something that has to do with a child. It's kind of very heavy. So I think that for the month of like probably the end of November, or probably the last week. Okay, this reading is not specifically for some date. I really recommend that I think all the readers keep telling you guys, as have I said, that it's always good to really read back, not just for the upcoming weeks, but for the last few weeks. There's also a lot of information in there. So I feel that there's a situation that some of my Sag are going through that has to do with like uh, a parent, or that has to do with like a family member, okay, or a family situation, okay, and the answer coming in is a big no, okay, it's a no. So that could be something very emotional, as a child, or pregnancy, or something of that nature coming out heavy, and it's kind of like changing someone's life. I feel like someone is making hasty decision without really being grounded, without really, like, that could be someone that my Sagittarius, but that could be you too. That is the King of Rods. It's fire energy, your same element, you know. Or that could be someone is under the impression that they made the wrong decision about something. And I don't know why they're turning their back at. It's like there's something that has to do with, like I said, maybe an ancestor, or a back, old age roots. Could be a past life also. It could be like a different era. There's something that has to do with that I felt like some of my Sagittarius, you're gonna have to go deep into that, or you could be in deep into that. Like if you're hearing that you may have cousin or this that you had never heard of, or some people coming out, or ask question. It really is, especially that if it has to do with an ancestors or your lineage, your family. Ask question. You're in a position. I feel that you're making hasty decision here. I'm not sure in what area of life specifically, but we'll clarify that. Okay. It's definitely about like something that has to do with uh, other people's resource, like maybe like a marriage, maybe if you were contemplating a marriage, or just a whole relocation. That's possible. Although I feel that it's bigger than that. Maybe you have been making hasty decision. You were not in a position, Or someone, it could be your cross watcher. Like I'm saying this, the King of Rods is in the reverse, but that could be very well for some of you, my other signs that are watching for your Sagittarius, that you're realizing that you made a wrong decision. There's something that did not go your way. There's something that you were looking for. And it's kind of like, I feel like it kind of has to do with like a new journey, a new beginning that you wanted to start, but you made a hasty decision. And because of that, it could be that your Sagittarius cross watcher now is going through some difficult time in their life. Like someone is really, I think, really stressed and worried and like on an unhealthy way about you moving on or you turning your back at whatever they had to offer. They almost can't believe it, but I think you are turning your back, Sagittarius. Could be that, like I said, like someone that you know or someone that you have maybe wanted to have a new journey, a new beginning with, really like a whole different new life, is not as there's a distance between the two of you. That person may feel that Sagittarius, that you are just now really are so connected to your roots, your spirituality, your mind is now like getting into, if it's not now, once your birthday come in, it's gonna, because it's only a few more days until I think the 2nd of December that we have your ruler in your sign. Okay, after that's going to take 12 years. So here, there's like something that you feel that you haven't looked at, but here your ancestors or your lineage are telling you to looking at it. If you're not getting anything from this, if for you it's like, well then like it could be, you know, a brother, it could be, you know, it could also be in another life as well, okay? Because I see that although the major arcana is the Chariot is the only card on the right position, which is great. No, I'm sorry, that's not true. The Strength is here, the Strength in the reverse. I feel that it's just that you're going against the grain, or someone is going against the grain, meaning that if you have turned your back, and I do, sorry, my cross watchers, I do see Sagittarius turning their back at someone, okay? I'm really going to just looking for the best, not just like observing something else. Maybe now they are observing something else that they haven't looked at. And that is due to someone being like maybe immature. Maybe that person used to be thinking about themselves all the time, or or it could be because of, you know, a child, a young child. Maybe someone needed some healing. Okay, it could be just that maybe that person was younger than you, my Sagittarius, and you felt like you were in a position to be of a mentor somehow, some way, but it could have turned into something else, because I felt that you have given everything, like you have given a lot of time and energy here with the Strength in reverse, and to it's time to go to your next journey. There is someone for you, waiting for you, my Sagittarius, but there's a distance between the two of you. It's not just a distance, like I could say like that person is really different from you, or maybe your type, but it's a good match, because I see stability here. Yeah. But a lot of movement, maybe back and forth, back and forth. Or maybe if you are with someone right now, for my Sagittarius, and it's going well for those that are in a relationship, it could be that, you know, maybe the next few months to a year or more. It could be that you have to work, or because you're going to have to go for different things now. You have a different um, outlook on things. And so it could be that you might have to move, or there's a possibility of a move. The timing is not really right for that right now, because you have more work to do in terms of the connection. The energy around you is certainly going to test you, because that's going to be the last time in your sign. So the best recommendation is to really balance yourself and meditate. Make sure you connect to some spirituality, okay? There's a person who really is having an issue with letting you go. Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. She can't accept that. She's having issues, and that could be for the opposite as well. For my man, it could be like, my women, you have like a, you know, maybe a Taurus, could be a Capricorn. It could also be a Virgo. But you have here someone who's really stable, or think that they have some value in terms of the money that they have, the position or what they own, the asset that they have. They feel that they are in a very good position, maybe more than others, better than others, I should say. And by that, they feel that you should value them. Whatever they had to offer is just something that you're just not, because you're looking at something else. There's something else that you understood that wasn't even maybe clear before. I'm looking at the star now. The star is in the right position. The star is there in the high empress in the reverse, with the two of wands in the reverse and the knight of swords in the reverse. The star is there. That is like someone is on the verge of losing something very, very important. I don't know why this happening. Someone is on the verge of losing something. Like this type of energy is not going to repeat before. Like it's not going to take another 12 years. I think like it's going to be a karmic thing. It's like 28 years, because there's someone who's really going somewhere. Let me clarify the star here. Two of Wands again. Justice. Soon there's like I see like a marriage for someone. Like out of the blue. Life, a transformative event. Very positive. I feel like someone could be crowned or receive some type of accolades. Temperance in the reverse, Seven of Pentacles. Like, that's going to take time. It's not time to really make any decision, my Sag, because wherever you need to be, I see it's going to take some time. Like next year, there's a lot of work to do. You're expecting to put more emphasis into your career and your creativity. And you're preparing for that right now. You already have an idea in your mind, something, a project that you know will be the key to that door that you're trying to open. Okay? But let me tell you, it's going to manifest, my Sag. It's in the card. It's there. I see that you have to really work on yourself. Seven of Pentacles next to Temperance. You definitely need to work more. Like, there's no reason here where I see that you have obstacles like, oh, illnesses, or just you're tired, or maybe some depression. No, nothing. It's just you're going forward, but I think you really need a direction. Put it on paper, something. Like you need to do something on a regular basis. Your life needs a certain amount of, especially for next year, Jupiter in Capricorn. Oof, with Saturn there. You're gonna have to, you need to put some order. That's what it says here before you're able to get to your star, Two of Wands, and Justice, which is like a new beginning and maybe a new marriage for those that, or just a marriage, definitely. Partnership, if for those that are married. Ace of Swords in a reverse. The loss is due to the lack of communication. You know what, Sag? Don't be too quick to judge, because if ever you feel or you are under the impression that there's someone who's having really a hard time showing their emotion here. There's absolutely zero cups card right now. And I feel like this really is a reading that is really about the cross watcher. So there's someone who had a lot of problems showing, expressing themselves. I say don't judge too quickly, because they could have had some type of planetary alignment that prevented them, because that's going to happen to you and it's going to happen to all of us depending of the planet and where it's going through your chart. Sometimes it does have an effect that some people are having problem communicating. If Saturn is in a certain placement, or they have a malefic in a certain placement, that could prevent them to be able to communicate. And that's hard because they might be able to feel and they can't say anything. So I think that this really there that you have to do more work and just always making sure that you're showing love, okay? And that should be for my cross watcher, actually. That's for my cross watcher. You have to make sure that if you can't communicate clearly to your Sag, as much as, because Sag are a great communicator. And if you're witty and you have a good conversation, you'll get around a lot of Sag, right? But the thing is, some people are not like that. It's some other area that they have to work on. It doesn't mean that the relationship is not worth to explore. So because I find that a lot of viewers that are watching those readings are having issues expressing themselves emotionally. So some others are at ease. So maybe you, Saj, you're always the one wondering about a partner. I think you're picking up on someone who's the opposite of you. Opposite attracts. Ace of Swords, definitely in a reverse, showing issues with communication. But I see someone is trying to work at it. It's going to take some time. I see the challenge for the cross watchers. I think that this energy is about the person who's watching you, my Sag, and they have their eye on you. Seven of Swords in a reverse next to the Page of Pentacles. Seven of Swords in a reverse, like I said, is someone who's really probably had layers of mask, surrounding their face. And you're unable to get a really glimpse. Sometimes you never seen people and you're like, you don't understand what's going on. It's like, okay, one minute he likes me, one minute she doesn't like me, one minute like vice versa, whatever. Some people are just not able to just come to you and say, hey, I want to show. And some people, they're so much unable to do that, that even just if you try to talk, they might be running away. That's when you know that someone really likes you, my Sag, because opposite attracts and they can't really talk. And I met a few people like that. So Seven of Swords in the reverse is someone making an attempt to really be more available emotionally. Even if, again, I'm not getting any cups in this spread. Am I right? No cups? Let's see. Nope, no cups. All right. Page of Pentacles with the Page of Wands in a reverse. I mean, there's definitely people here that are not seeing eye to eye, but there's a lack of knowing what to how to read the other, right? So my cross watcher better be more clear because Sag is leaving. And if Sag, you've been already in a relationship and there was some distance, now you're finally maybe able to find some solidity in being on your own 2 feet. Or if you were in a toxic relationship or with a very dependent lover or someone who was just, taking some of your energy that you were unable to really enjoy the relationship, well, now you're gonna, be able to put yourself in a position where you're just gonna move on. You're just gonna move on now, my Sag. And there's gonna be different options and journey for you. It's not sure. I think that you haven't made a decision yet. You're still somehow, some way, maybe because the energy in your 12th house, the sun is in your 12th house. So it's still things that you're contemplating right now. You're seeing the bad side of every coins, okay? Even those that we can't see, you have seen the layers. You're able to read them, so you want to use what you have seen, but you still want to live your life. But I'm missing a lot of, here, you're still caught up a little bit into the decision that you have to make that you may not like, okay? All right. And for my cross watchers, it could be that, you know, here Sag is detached, is kind of like wanting to really focus more on themselves, on their journey. Okay. But I'm gonna end this reading here for you, my Sag. Let me know how this resonated with you. Until next time, send you lots of kisses. I love you.